You watched something last night that you probably will not admit to. Maybe it was a fight video. Maybe it was a true crime documentary. Maybe it was just something that made your stomach flip, and you watched it anyway. You are not broken. You are not weird. You are doing something humans have been doing for at least 300,000 years. We like to imagine early humans as purely focused on survival. Hunt the food, avoid the predator, find the shelter, repeat. And yes, that was real, but survival did not fill every hour. There were slow afternoons, cold evenings, nights around a fire with nothing left to do. And early humans filled that time in ways that would make a lot of sense to you.
And a few ways that absolutely would not. This is the story of how the first humans entertained themselves. And it turns out we have not changed nearly as much as we think.
Let's start with the one nobody wants to lead with: violence. Not survival violence. Not hunting, not defending territory. Organized, repeated, consensual violence between individuals who had other options. In other words, fighting as entertainment. Archaeologists studying prehistoric skeletons have found a specific pattern of healed fractures on forearm bones. Not random injuries from falls or hunting accidents. A consistent pattern, concentrated on the same bones across multiple individuals from the same sites. The forearm fracture is what happens when you raise your arms to block a blow.
You see it in boxers. You see it in martial artists. You see it in people who fight regularly and survive.
Healed means they lived. Repeated means it kept happening. Consistent across multiple people means it was shared. That is not accident. That is a pattern. And patterns mean rules. And rules mean someone organized this. The oldest known combat sport is not Greek wrestling. It is not Roman gladiator fighting.
It is two prehistoric humans agreeing to hit each other on purpose, with enough structure that the same injuries kept showing up, and enough medical knowledge to survive them. We invented organized fighting roughly 300,000 years before we invented writing. We got our priorities sorted early, and the crowd watching? Almost certainly there. The social gathering around physical competition appears in every human culture ever studied. Not because it was taught, because it kept appearing independently everywhere throughout all of history. Some things are just in us.